My dear brothers and sisters in Christ Jesus, Gaudete in Domino Semper. Rejoice in the Lord always. Today is the third Sunday of Advent, and the theme for the liturgy is Rejoice. It's a Rejoice Sunday. And this particular sentence is taken from St. Paul's letter to the Philippians, where he advises the people of Philippines to be happy, to rejoice, even if they have to undergo difficulties and trials. Remember, Paul is writing this letter to the Philippines from the jail, from the prison. And he believes, in spite of the difficulties and problems that he faced, because of the coming of Jesus, we need to rejoice. From the book of Prophet Zephaniah would say, you don't have to be worried anymore, because the time is coming. The people from Babylon, the people in exile in Babylon will come back to their own native land to rebuild the temple, to rebuild everything, and God is with them. Therefore rejoice. The time is coming, and it is a glorious time. So therefore we can see the theme that runs through the liturgy today is rejoice. Rejoice in the Lord always. But the gospel reading, when you come, we are given some important tips how to become joyful. What we should do to be joyful. What we should do to celebrate life. What we should do to rejoice always. John the Baptist, the forerunner, the one who came to proclaim the Messiah, gives certain tips how to be joyful. And that's what I would like to reflect with you. We need to rejoice. We need to celebrate our life because Jesus is coming to us. But at the same time, we also need to prepare ourselves to celebrate life. So John the Baptist, first and foremost, would say, you can rejoice, you can be joyful if you share your things with your neighbors. Sharing. And John the Baptist would say, if you have 2 cloaks, give one to the one who is in need of. So sharing is an important thing. And here, I believe the prayer Our Father comes into prominence. In the Our Father, it is said, give us this day our daily bread. Remember this. Give us this day our daily bread. It is not for 1 week, not for 1 month, not for a year or ages. It's daily bread. That means you need to work daily for your food. And this particular sentence demands 2 things. 1, hard work. Everyone should work to get their food. You shall eat by the sweat of your brow, not somebody else's brow. And those who do not work, let him not eat. That means everyone should work, and everyone should really work for their bread. Secondly, daily bread, not hoarding also. This is an invitation to each one of us to share what you have more than what you need. You know, today the world is divided into 2 groups, the haves and the have-nots, the rich and the poor. And therefore, John the Baptist would say, if you have 2 cloaks, give one to the needy. So when you share, you celebrate life together. There is joy all the time. I understand the meaning of the parable where Jesus said, a man had 100 sheep, one is lost, and then he leaves the 99 and goes after the other. Sometimes I used to wonder, why should he leave the 99 and goes after searching for the one? You know, when we play Jigsaw Puzzle, a Jigsaw Puzzle, when do we win the game? Or when do we complete the game? When we put the last piece in the right place, then the game is complete. Till then, the game is not complete. That means every piece is important and every piece has a significant place. Sometimes we believe in our communities, in our society, some people are worthless and some people are dignified. And we only look after the ones that are dignified or we consider as people with status. And we just ignore those unworthy people. But Jesus through that parable would say, a community can be happy when the last person in the community also is happy. And that's exactly John the Baptist would say, you can rejoice when you share your things with everyone and when you accept everyone in the community or in the society. That's the first way of rejoicing. It is giving out, sharing, accepting, and considering everyone as part of the community. Second, you can celebrate life and you can be happy only when you exercise the virtue of justice. John the Baptist would tell to the lawyers, to the soldiers, do not extract too much. To the tax collectors, to the soldiers, he would say, do not be harsh towards the people. In other words, be just and be respectful. Two important virtues that we need to practice to be joyful. Be just and be respectful to the people. Remember, when I was reading the book of the argumentative Indian, I believe, Amartya Sen would say, you can have peace only where there is justice. You can be happy only when there is justice. We speak about peace, we speak about everything, but we never speak about equality. Today we have the first world country, they sit on the top and they speak about we need to establish peace in the world, where a majority of the countries in the world don't have anything to eat. And with such kind of glaring injustice, how do we speak about peace? Even in our own societies, you see, there are people with a lot of resources and there are people going to bed without having any meal. Where do you speak about peace? Where do you speak about joy? So justice, do not extract more than what is needed. Do not be harsh towards people. Respect people of their individuality, their dignity, and then you can celebrate life. And that is very, very significant. And third, the third aspect of being joyful is carrying Jesus in your heart. You know, Paul telling to the people of Philippines that rejoice always, that does not mean there are no harsh realities. He is already in prison and other people are undergoing tribulation. Still, he is encouraging to the people to be happy because of the imminent coming of Christ. That joy comes into your heart the moment that we hope for the coming of Christ in your life. And that is the reason why we need to be joyful. We are going to celebrate Christmas very soon. We are going to celebrate Christmas on the 25th of December and just one more Sunday waiting for that coming of Christ. Therefore, rejoice. So my dear brothers, my dear sisters, today we need to be joyful. We need to rejoice, but we need to keep in mind, we need to be very, very honest with ourselves in sharing our things, in practicing the virtue of justice and respect for the people, and eagerly waiting to receive Christ, who is going to bring peace and joy to all of us. I wish you everyone a grace-filled season of Advent, and God bless you. Thank you.